All right. Yes. What is a good investment? There's a lot that you could say is a good investment. So you got to think about it. First of all, when it comes to a good investment, you want to think about your return on income, your return on energy, your return on time, and just the overall return that you receive in life. And so you got to think what's a good investment also. You got to think about not only the rate of return, but also how is that benefiting you? I'm sorry, guys, it's kind of dark. There we go. Okay. So when you think about what is a good return, you want to focus on, like I said, the rate of your rate of interest or your rate of energy. What is coming back to you? And so whenever you're thinking about what's coming back to you, then you want to take into account what are you first of all putting in. And you don't want to take time from yourself, from your business or your finances by making bad decisions, because that will hurt. I'm live, Pooh. Because that will hurt your return. And so what is a good investment? There's three things that I believe you should invest in: yourself, your skills, and of course, your wealth. So when you take the time to invest in yourself, that is taking in consideration reading books, research, all the things that's necessary to grow yourself. And it's almost like a change in your mindset. And so when you begin to grow yourself, you're going to also see that return in your environment. You're going to see the return in your efficiency. You're going to see that return also in how you operate in life and see things. So when you have your return on skill, now this skill is going to be applied to whether you are growing your business, whether you are growing your career, or whether you want to grow your value that you're adding to the economy. And so when you think about growing your skills, what is something that you are currently working on, or what career are you in to where you can use that in order to propel yourself into another level of success? That can be going back to school and getting a certification, or getting a degree, or getting a different type of skill from a whole nother business or type of skill that's not even a part of your position that can actually give you a competitive edge. And so that skill is what gives you that competitive edge and also that value to where you're able to add that within not only your career or your business, but also to other people's lives. Because the whole thing is adding value to your life and others. And when you're adding more value to your life and others, now you're able to compound your efforts. So when we talk about return on your talent, I know we heard that even in the Bible, that's return on your talent. That's who you are. That's developing you. So what you'll find out is that it's going to be a lot of developing you, even when it comes to finances. If you are not developing yourself, it's going to be hard for you to be able to keep the money that you are now seeing. It's going to be hard for you to understand what are you going towards. It's going to be harder for you to make that shift. Why? Because you are not changing who you are. We already know that you cannot keep doing the same thing and expect change. That is insanity. So if you want change in your life, guess what? You're going to have to change who you are, what you think, how you interact with others, and what you do. And so when you look at your life in that aspect, now you got to make choices based on, is this going to benefit me now, or is this going to benefit me in the long run? And sometimes you have to be selfish in order to have a selfless act. And it's not that you're being selfish in the aspect of, I don't want nothing to do with you, I'm done, it's all about me. No, it's you working on yourself right now because you need to develop who you are in order to help others. And so when you begin to think in the aspect of return on your income, return on energy, return on anything that does with your life, you're going to see that yourself is going to turn down opportunities. You're going to turn down things that's not going to benefit you. You're also going to turn down not only opportunities, but you're going to turn down a new way of thinking. Not a new way of thinking, but the old ways of thinking. And so when you take all of that into consideration, now you're changing your lifestyle. You're taking a step forward. And one of the things that we definitely have to consider when taking risk and wanting a reward is not only how it's going to benefit me, but how long is it going to take for this to benefit my life? Some skills, some things that you change within yourself, you may see instantly. Some things may take a longer time. So you got to also factor in, how big is this change that I want to make? And so when you consider how big is this change that I want to make, whether it's financial, whether it's your career, whether it's just how you act, now you got to consider the programming of how long it took for you to even get that type of mindset. So if you have 20 years, I was 20 years in of loving to shop, spend my money how I want to, but I can't expect it to change in less than a day. I have to put in that work. And so when you understand, when you are dealing with that return on income, how long is it going to really take you to be able to see the benefits? And so when you take the time just to say, hey, you know what? I know I have 20 years of dealing with me being a shopaholic and me spending all this money. Well, I know that, for one, the return is going to be great whenever I learn how to manage my money. I know the return I'm going to see immediate when I actually start budgeting. I know that return on my income, I'm going to be able to see that at least within a month. Why? Because my habits are changing on a daily basis, and that's going to be compounded over a month. And so when you think about that, is that adding to your life or is it taken away? If it's adding to your life, then that is a good investment. If it's not, then it's not a good investment. So we look at real estate. So today, me and my husband, we went to go look at a real estate property in Marietta. And we got out there, and I'm telling you, this house has like about $50,000 in equity. And we thought we was in heaven. We was like, oh my God, it's $50,000 in equity. We're like, it just came out. I know it's available. It's just saying that it's available. We go out there, we looking at it. We like, you know what? This is worth the investment. This is a good investment, whether we rent it out or flip it. Call up the people, and they said, oh, we have multiple offers. That's way over what we're asking for. And so we had to think about, is this investment really worth seeking out right now? It wasn't. It wasn't a good investment for us because we did not want to risk more than what we're willing. And so when you think of life that way, am I willing to risk more knowing that I'm going to have a better life? Am I willing to risk more or put myself at more risk than where I am now? And so for us, we would have been, if we would have put an offer in, then we realized that we would have been risking more. Why? Because we had a set budget. We had set parameters that we wanted to use. What? Yes. Sorry, y'all. My daughter's going to her friend's house. But we got to consider that on that return of investment, is it good for my parameters? So think about, what is it that you want? What is it that you're striving for? And begin to build upon it. Because one of the things that I notice, when I don't take risk, my life becomes risky. Why? Because I'm not secure. No, I'm counting on those things that are around me. That means that it takes from me. That means that I am at risk. And when I'm not willing to take a risk on myself and on what I believe, on my vision, regardless of what anybody has to say, then I'm just left. I'm leaving my destiny. I'm leaving my vision. I'm leaving everything that is me to someone else. So I don't know if you guys saw the article earlier today where Norway CNN Money, they had an article that Norway has over $1 trillion, you guys, in their government fund. And so they have a lot of real estate in their portfolio. They have a lot of stocks in Apple, Nestle, Google. They also have a lot of stock in oil. And so what I went in to say is, yes, that was a good investment for the government. Why? Because now over 20 years, they were able to accumulate 4% every year over those 20 years. And so they gained every single year, like they never lost. And there are ways that you can be able to invest and not lose money. One of those ways is the equity index annuity. We'll talk about that another time. But what they did was they have over 20 years span of time, they now have over $1 trillion in their government fund. And that's like, yes, you thinking, oh my God, these citizens in Norway is going to be taken care of. All the citizens that are a part of Norway will only get $190,000. Not a year, not a month, just $190,000 when they retire. So let's say you have about 20 years that you'll be able to have this money, right? That's $9,500 a year. Whereas the whole government, they're being able to have this interest and build their interest and do these good investments. But yet, if you are dependent on others, then you're just going to end up with what's left. And so that's not a good investment. So begin to look at the things, and I don't care if it's your job, what you're doing, your friends, you got to take inventory over your life, because if you don't, you're going to find yourself led astray. You're going to find yourself one day waking up and having to be dependent on someone else. And that's not a good investment, especially on yourself. And if you have children, that's not a good investment on your whole family plan. And so one of the things that I love about Norway is it actually gave you specific stocks that you can invest in. Specific stocks. So, of course, if you think of even the top 10 companies that is in the S&P 500, if you look at those companies, you know, like Apple and Google or Facebook, those companies, why, are not going anywhere. They have established their ground. They have took the equity and built it over the years to where they know for sure that their business will always continue to grow. And when you look at it like that, you're going, like Warren Buffett says, invest in what you love. So when you begin to invest in what you love, what do you love? You love yourself and you love certain brands. So begin to formulate your life and look at everything as an investment. Some good investments will also be like not only your return on income, energy, time, and all that, but also how is it going to benefit your overall vision? So look at how this good investment is going to benefit your overall vision so that you can begin to see what needs to be changed. So for instance, right now I'm currently taking the CFP program, the Certified Financial Planning Program. I can get on here. I know some things that's already a part of the plan. Why? Because I've already been doing it. But by taking the CFP program, that certification, I am not only building my knowledge level, but I'm offering even more value to my clients. This CFP program is going to allow me to open more doors. It's also going to give me the certification that I need to be able to do certain things. So yes, it may have been an upfront cost, but it's a good investment because it's going to benefit me all around, not just in my business and my finances, but also personally. Because why? I love what I do and I love learning from finances and I love learning. And so it's already benefiting me because I have been applying these principles already, but it's kind of like it's a confirmation of everything I already learned plus more. And so for me, that's a good investment. I got another investment for those that like to go to school or who don't want to go to school. If you think of college as, well, let me just get this so I can get a good job. No, do not do not walk into your college career or your college thinking, I want to do this just to get a good job. Think about how it's going to benefit you, because what happens if you don't get a job, even in that industry or in that career? Is that degree really going to benefit you? If you say, yes, it is, regardless of what industry I go into, all for it. For instance, when I went to NC State, my degree is in brand management marketing. And even though it was a specialty in textiles, I still knew that I was going to have an aspect of doing fashion. But I walked in school knowing that I was not getting this degree to go work for someone. No, I was getting this degree. So if I decide that I want to purchase or buy a business or own my own business, I can take what I learned and I can apply it, whether it's being self-employed or owning my own business, as well as working for someone else. So choose an investment, whether it's in your career, whether it's a skill, whether you're going to school. Choose an investment that is going to allow you to do different things with it. So when I went back and got my master's was even more specialized. It was in fashion merchandising, which means I can go in and I can go work for a company as a buyer. I can go in and work as a marketing manager, a buying manager, a merchandising manager as soon as I walk in. But no, I did not do that. I took my thesis and I opened my women's clothing store with my thesis, because I knew for me, oh, sorry, y'all. It's a lot of buzz out here. But I knew for me, thank you, Laquita, I appreciate that. But I knew for me, I knew that I had to invest in more than just, I want to get this career. Because at the end of the day, jobs are not promised for nobody. If y'all are looking at the shift now, especially as a millennial, there's a lot of individuals that want to start their own business. And I'm not saying start your own business, even though it is a good investment. But what I'm saying is it's a trend. It's a shift in the mindset and how people are growing, because they're seeing that a career is not going to allow them to live the type of lifestyle that they want to live. And they can't do that within their career. But the individuals that are in a career and you are in a position right now you may not like, find out ways that you can begin to improve yourself in this career to either A, change your positions, or B, own your own business, or C, be able to go to another company and add value to them in your dream position. So there's 4 things I want to give you to walk away to make sure that you are making a good investment. Number 1, you want to check to make sure the return on income, the return on energy, the return on you is worth it. Because when it's worth it, and I'm going to type it in here, because when it's worth it to you, then now you know, okay, this is worth me pursuing. Number 2, you also want to make sure it's going to benefit you more ways than one. So for instance, like we were talking about real estate earlier, I know for sure that if I buy a property, I know for sure there's 2 things I can do: rent it out or sell it. So to me, 3 actually: rent it out, sell it, or keep it and add it to my wealth plan and pull the equity out of that mug and keep doing that over the succession as the house accrues in value. Number 2, you want to also make sure that it aligns with your vision. So when it begins to align with your vision, now you feel that positive energy that you're going to put out there and be able to happily continue on your journey. Because when you have a positive outlook on your life, when you have a positive outlook on what it is that you're doing, then you're going to see the results compound itself. You're going to see opportunities open up to you that you wasn't even expecting. Why? Because you're carrying those good vibes around you. You are carrying a vibe of hope, of love, of something that is like no other. And people can feel your energy. We are all energy people. We can feel that. And when we feel that you truly genuine are trying to change or improve yourself, then guess what? People are going to want to help you. And number 4, do your research. Do your research when it comes to a good investment. make sure that this investment is going to be worthwhile. So when you begin to research what it is that you want to do, the vision, how it lines up with your vision, know how much it's going to cost, know how much time it's going to take you, excuse me, how much time it's going to take you to reach your goal or your vision or your ultimate investment that you're investing in. So if you're investing in stocks, like I said, Warren Buffett always says, invest in what you like. Make sure it's already a company that you know is promising. Look at trends. I love Capital One. They have an investment part with Capital One where you can do you can trade for like $6.95. But not only that, they also have it to where you can see how that company has been performing over the last decade or so. Yahoo Finance is also a great way for you to begin to see how stocks have been progressing over the lifespan. And just know that when it comes to stocks, there are some things that, like Gordon Collins, I'm going to link up with that man because I went to his, I happened to see one of his links yesterday where he made, I think he invested $10 and made $60, or he made $60 in one day. And to him, that's a good investment. It is. He just earned $60. I don't know what he was doing. Probably just on his phone or doing whatever. But he was using that because he know that is a good investment that's going to add to his lifestyle. So shout out to Gordon for showing us that. I'm definitely going to link you in this, Gordon. But also, even when it comes to, like I said, real estate, look at it. You want to definitely do your research before you go into anything, because you can lose a lot of money, a lot of time. It can be frustrating, and you don't want that. I don't want you to have that. And so in order for you to be able to even look to see if it's a good investment, first you got to know how is it going to benefit me? How is it going to benefit my bottom line? And how is it going to benefit my overall goal? And if the positive outweigh the negative, then that's pretty much a good investment. But I can't specifically, we can go more into different investments, which we are throughout the weeks. We're going to begin to go over different investments and get some individuals that are able to do some money mentors. And I want to definitely see if I can make sure that you guys have whatever is necessary so that y'all can make sure that y'all have good investments, not only in yourself, but in your business and in your finances. And so what is a good investment to you? Some of y'all that's on here, I would love to hear, what do you consider a good investment? I don't even care if that's spending time with your child. That's a good investment. Why? Because you're teaching your child what it takes to be a better person. You showing them genuinely how to actually have affection. You showing them love. That is feeding into your child in order to help them grow and nurture. Because one of the things that I love to do with my child is we have no judgment free zone, like no judgment zones, where we get in and I ask her specifically, and I ask her, and I don't care how old she is, what is it that you want to do? How are you feeling? I really get down and dirty to learn who she is as a child, because she's seeing a lot of things. She's experiencing a lot of things. And I need to understand her as a person so that I can be able to invest in her properly and not waste time, not waste money, and be able to make sure that I am maximizing her and what she needs to get done. So even in your friends, you can always ask, like I said, y'all, do an inventory check. Inventory check yourself. Even your friends, call them, say, hey, I know, as a friend, what is it that you feel like you need from me? And sometimes you can't provide those things with your friend. I'm good for calling my friend up. I'm like, girl, I know we haven't talked for a while. Look, I'm sorry. I'm getting some stuff over here, but best believe I'm thinking about you and I love you. And my friends say, girl, ain't nobody think about you. We already know what you got going on. Why? Because we see it. And they understand. Why? Because I put in the time to show them that regardless of if I don't talk to you all the time, I still love you. And best believe what I'm doing is going to benefit you as well. And sometimes, we got to understand that even when it comes to investing, there are people in our lives that are key to us growing ourselves, our business, our investments, everything about us. We cannot do this alone. And if you feel like I can conquer this on my own, you are wrong. Because at the end of the day, who's going to buy your products? People. At the end of the day, who's going to teach you all these things from these books when you look on Google? People. And so don't believe you got to do this all on your own, because you don't. And there's people out there that want to help you, like me. But there are people out there that want to help you, that want to see you succeed, but they also want to see that whatever time or energy that they put into you is actually going to propel not only you, but it's going to benefit them as well. Not always in monetary, but the benefit that, hey, my investment in this person or this woman or this man has really paid off because I see them progressing. People love it when you're progressing. Your investments love it when you're progressing, when you're moving, when you're in action, when you are really pounding the pavement and putting in that action every day. Success loves speed. They love speed. So when you are compounding, you taking all the boom, 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 I'm doing all these things that add into this one investment or this one main goal I have in mind, you're going to see it begin to compound itself. At first, yes, it's going to be a little slow. But please understand that as you continue to grow yourself and really hone in and focus on what type of investment that you want to do, you're going to see that it's going to compound. But just know that any investment that you do, the first thing is going to take a lot of time and a lot of energy. And during that time, it's going to be a lot of I don't call it failures, temporary setbacks. It's going to be a lot of, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to figure this thing out. But just know, by you applying action and by you really taking a step forward, it's going to allow you to begin to see what else needs to be done. What else can I do to help myself grow? And that is how you compound yourself. That is how you are able to add on value to yourself, to your life, and to your finances, and to other people's lives. So what is a good investment to you? I want to know, what is a good investment to you? Like I said, it could be from your family, your friends, into your business, a skill, reading a book that you never thought you was going to read before, that's going to add value to your life or to change how you interact with others or how you see the world. Because one of the things that we first have to start with is ourselves. If we do not start with ourselves, then how are we going to be able to change others if we are still the same person? So you are your first good investment. You are always your first good investment, because you are what's going to change your life. You are what's going to change other people's lives. And so you guys, I'm so excited. Get ready, because we're going to do the 10-day financial Snatch Your Wardrobe and Finances Challenge. It's going to be launched tonight. And fellas, just because I said snatch your wardrobe and finances doesn't mean that you can't join. So the whole point of this 10-day challenge is so that you can begin to live the life like a boss, the boss of your own life, taking charge and control of your own life and your own finances. And so in order to be a boss and look like a boss and feel like a boss, you need the resources that will enable you to change your situation. And so in 10 days or less, you're going to be able to have more cash flow in your household. You're going to be able to have a better mindset and look at things in a whole new way. And you're going to be able to go in your wardrobe and pick out those pieces, because now it's time to step up and step out beyond what you have done in order to change your life. And so all of this 10-day challenge is going to stem from our official Pumps and Profits workshop. So if you are in the DMV area, we are having a Pumps and Profits workshop, ladies and gentlemen, because we do have some gentlemen that are coming too. Best believe, because all information is good information, especially if it's going to benefit you and your finances and your life. And so that is going to be, I'm sorry, y'all, my dog keeps trying to get up and lay on my computer. But the Pumps and Profits workshop is going to be in Alexandria, Virginia. Right now, we have the tickets for $35 if you're able to come to the live event. If not, you already know the type of energy that I bring. So we're also going to live stream the event It's $35 to live stream. But you know what? If you sign up and use the coupon code I'm ready, you can be able to get your ticket for $20 live stream, because I don't want you to miss out on this opportunity. Why? Because it's going to be phenomenal. We have individuals that's going to be talking about fashion and finances, of course, because we got to slay the wardrobe whenever we're doing these business deals. We got individuals that's going to talk about our money mentors, are going to talk about investing, how to take your first $1,000 and be able to double it. We also have a real estate investor that's going to be on our stage as well. And so we're looking to not only change how you view the world, but also have the opportunity to change your wardrobe, change your mindset, and be able to change the lifestyle of others. And so that Pumps and Profits event, like I said, if you are in the DMV area, it's going to be Saturday, October 14th. I'm going to include a link in this description for you guys so that you can be able to join us live stream and join us. Like I said, use the coupon code so that you can be able, I'm ready. Coupon code. I'm ready coupon code is going to allow you to be able to live stream for $20 that day. And the event is a 2-hour event. And so it's going to enable you to be able to take away wealth principles that I learned from a millionaire, you guys. These wealth principles I learned from a millionaire. And it's very unconventional, but it's very simple. Not as easy. I said simple. Something that you can begin to apply and see it in your life. Why? Because I've done it and we've been able to see it continuously in our lives. Not only are we on to our second property before we even turn 30, but we're about to buy more before we even turn 30. And so by even just taking that risk and knowing that, hey, it's time to learn something new, which is a good investment in myself, it has allowed us to experience life like no other. And so those same principles and wealth strategies that I learned, I will be sharing with you guys. And so, like I said, it's going to be live stream. If you're not going to be available to attend, and use my coupon code, I'm ready, and you can be able to purchase that ticket for $20 to see the live stream event. Now, there will be a replay that's going to be a little more than $20, but be able to tap into this amazing life-changing event and be able to know what it takes to invest in the stock market, know what it takes to begin to invest in real estate, know what it takes to begin to invest in yourself. And so I know you guys are ready, because if you jumping on this live stream, you're ready. You already know how I am. You know I'm coming from from a place of love, but also from it's time to get up and change your life and not count on nobody else but yourself in order to do that. And so I'm telling y'all, I'm giving y'all, like I said before, all this information is going to be at a low cost to you and very accessible for you to be able to change your life. Because I was at a point in my life where I had no money to invest. I didn't have anything. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have none of that. So I understand that sometimes, you need a little push and a nudge. I'm here to give you that push and a nudge. But I also want you to join us, like I said, October the 14th. And best believe, daily, Monday through Friday, you can catch me on here, live streaming from B Financial page, from Tashana Nicole page, from Pumps and Profits Facebook group, and from my personal page. And so that's going to give you the opportunity to be able to get on here and begin to learn a new way to look at life and to grow yourself. So I love you guys. For the ones that's in the DMV area, October the 14th, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. Go to www.bfinancial.us to be able to purchase your tickets. And of course, there is no excuses. We will be live streaming from the event for $20. You cannot beat that. $20 to hear wealth strategies that you can implement. Now, I don't know if some people are on here that may have had calls with me or that have experienced me, but they can tell you, when I come for you, and I mean in a loving way, when I come to help you, I'm coming from a place of love, but I'm also going to allow you to walk away with actionable steps that you can begin to apply, because I've been in that situation, like I said, where I didn't have access to that information. And so Be Financial, I am, and Travis Cole want to make sure that you guys have this information so that you can begin to change your situation and know your next best step. So you are your best investment, and we are here to help you to not only accumulate your wealth, but to create a better life for yourself, a more abundant life, a life that is full of joy, because you are worth it. You are worth it, and you deserve it. I don't care where you at in life. You are worth it and you deserve it. But you first have to make that choice. And I hope that you guys that's watching the replay, I'm also going to include a link for the 10-day Financial Snatcher Wardrobe and Finances Challenge, so that you guys can begin to join this information. I'm telling you, it will change your life in 10 days. Just apply each day of the challenge, and I promise you, you are going to see results in those 10 days. If not, hit me up and let me know. But I know you're going to be hitting me up and let me know that your life has been changed. And I love you guys. Like I said in the replay, I'm ready as the coupon code, October 14th, Pumps and Profits Workshop in the Alexandria, Virginia area. All of this information is going to be included, and I look forward to you guys being able to grow your finances, being able to grow who you are, and begin on your journey of wealth.